Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a piece of tech that's been my trusty companion for the past couple of years. The MacBook Air M1. Specifically, my 16GB 1TB version. If you're considering picking up an M1 Air in 2025, stick around because I'll be covering my experience with it, the pros and cons, and whether it's worth picking up one in 2025. So why did I go for the MacBook Air instead of the iPad Pro? Honestly, it came down to versatility. Sure, the iPad Pro is great, but when you factor in the cost of the keyboard and the Apple Pencil, it gets pricey. Way pricier than the Air for a comparable experience. The Air gave me a full laptop experience without compromises. I also stayed within the Apple ecosystem, which was a big factor for me. I've got the iPhone, the Apple Watch, an old iPad Pro, and even the Apple TV. So everything works together seamlessly. Features like using my iPhone's camera for FaceTime are just fantastic. This ecosystem is why I didn't switch to a Windows laptop. I went with the space grey option, and as cool and premium as the colour looks, I've noticed the finish does tend to show wear over time. Specifically, the trackpad and the keys look a little shiny now after heavy use. I'm not sure if this happens with the other colourways of this generation, but it's something to keep in mind if you're planning on picking one up. So I mainly use the Air for work, planning lessons, writing reports, and making presentations in Word and PowerPoint. It's overkill for those tasks, sure, but I also wanted a machine for light video editing and casual gaming. When I exported a 4K video, about 2GB, it only took 5 minutes. I was genuinely surprised by how efficient this machine still is in 2025. And I've also got to remember that this machine has no fan. It is silent when doing any task. Some of you may be thinking, casual gaming on the MacBook Air? How? Well, for me, I know the Mac's limitations with gaming. So I just play one of my all-time favourites, Football Manager. I've sunk way too many hours into Football Manager 24. There's been no hiccups, no overheating, just smooth performance. The display on the MacBook Air is stunning. The Retina screen is incredibly crisp with sharp text and vibrant colours that make everything pop. Whether I'm working on documents or watching a video, it's a joy to use. If I were looking to pick one up on eBay on the used market today, I'd definitely go for the 16GB RAM version. It might cost a little bit more upfront, but it's worth it for the added longevity. With software and apps getting more demanding over time, the extra RAM ensures the MacBook stays snappy and usable for years to come. So my previous MacBook was a 13-inch MacBook Pro from 2009, which, believe it or not, still works today, although it has needed a new battery and hard drive since then. But that's still good going. So the question is, will this MacBook Air M1 last that long? Only time will tell, but so far I have no complaints. It's efficient, reliable, and just works. In the UK, a used 16GB model is going for around £500. New models are harder to find. I found one device that was the 8GB base version with 256GB SSD for around £650. These models are of course harder to find and often not worth the premium since the M2 and M3 models are out, with the M4 MacBook Airs coming soon no doubt. Also, the two USB-C ports can be limiting if you're juggling peripherals. Dongles and hubs are almost mandatory for many users. Overall, the MacBook Air M1 remains an amazing machine, whether for work, light creative tasks, or even some very light gaming. It still holds up in 2025. I've been thoroughly impressed with its performance and efficiency. But now, I want to hear from you. Are you still using an M1 MacBook Air, or are you considering buying one in 2025? What's been your experience, or what's holding you back? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and hit like and subscribe for more tech content similar to this. And I'll see you in the next one.